Alright. Well, back with another Mario Galaxy. It's, yeah. Okay, so, sort of continuing the same style of topic that we were talking about. It's not the same topic, but, this is something that I think is so funny because I keep seeing it all over the place, and it's true. People that get upset when, like you talk about Christianity, all the time people are like, oh my gosh, you don't need to force your religion on us. And it's like, okay, one, like, out of all the people that are, like, that I know that are Christian, and I know a lot of people that are Catholic, Orthodox, Protestant, and, like, all these other, prostate cancer? No, but, like, all these other, like, different, like, I guess you would call them, like, denominations, right, or whatever. Like, all of them that I know, like, one, when we, like, because we'll all have religious conversations with people, like, especially, like, my really good friends, like, that, you know, sometimes that's just what you do, but, like, I don't ever judge them for, like, their thoughts on anything, because, like, one, you gotta be, fuck,
God teaches you about forgiveness. If you can't forgive, you're bad. No better.
Well, it's not even that. So, people talk about, oh, don't force your religion. One, anytime that I've seen, like, there's a guy on Instagram, his name's Cliff. I can't remember his, like, full name or anything like that. But he's such a fucking cool dude, and, like, he just, like, he goes to, like, college campuses and, like, just, like, preaches the good word to people. And I think that's, like, a very commendable and respectable thing to do, because, like, in the Bible it does say to like, go forth and spread the good word. Like, it literally says that in the Bible. But people are always like, oh my god, don't force your religion on me, and, like, nobody wants that, blah blah blah. And it's like, okay, one,
that we love you,
yeah, I'm
care
not,
about you.
yeah, exactly, that's exactly what it is, and that's what he talks about. It's like, dude, I'm not trying to, I'm not gonna force you to convert. Like, that is not, I'm not gonna force you, because the whole thing about Christianity, right, and, like, Catholicism in general, is that it's based off of, it's based off of you have, or God has given you the right, and the choice of free will. And that's, like, you know, the kind of God he is. And, like, that's true. Like, he doesn't force anybody to become a Christian. He doesn't force anybody to do anything. He says, you know, if you, he says, I love you. If you need, like, whatever, like, he's like, you can always come back to the Father. Well, you know, you can always come back to me. It's like, and, like, he's like, no matter how far you think you've fallen, he said, you will, he was like, I will always be here to pick up right where we left off. Which I think is, like, hella based. People that drive around, this is a whole, like, long spiel for something really short. People that drive around with those stickers on their cars that say coexist on them. It annoys the crap out of me. It's like, it says coexist, and it's got all of these different religious symbols on there. It's got, like, the cross, it's got the yang symbol, or the yin yang. There's different names for it. Oh, frick! There's the Judeo, what is it, the Star of David or whatever, whatever the Muslim, like, symbol is, and, like, Hindu, and, like, all these different, things, right? And it says coexist, right? And it's like, oh, like, you know, we all should love each other and, like, just get along. I agree with that part. We should love each other and try to get along. But the most based bumper sticker that I've seen that's, like that, but it's better, is it's all Christian symbols, and it says convert. And I was like, dude, that's actually so based. But it's because, and it's not like in a derogatory way, but literally, people are always like, well, you need to be tolerant of other people's religion, right? They're like, like, Christians are supposed to be tolerant. That is not true. And it's a very, like, kind of, like, you have to kind of look at it, differently and understand why. Religious tolerance for Christians is more so about, like, it's more of an understanding that, like, we're all human, we're all fallible, and, like, you're gonna sin, you're gonna screw up, you're gonna make mistakes, you're gonna sin, you're gonna make bad choices, but the goal is you make a bad choice, you do something like that, you repent, you ask for forgiveness, and you try not to do it again, right? That's the tolerance, right? Is like, listen, like, I'm gonna understand why this is a struggle for you, but I'm not gonna enable. Like, be tolerant, do not enable people, is basically what it is, right? It's like, listen, like, you know, some people, they're gonna have these struggles. Understand where they're coming from in their struggle, and try to help them. That's Christian tolerance. What people that aren't, and this is the thing, it's always people that aren't Christian that bring this up, which always makes me kind of laugh a little, but it's people that are, like, not Christian that are trying to be like, well, why aren't you tolerant to this? Tolerance is not a Christian virtue. Alright? Like, tolerating evil and stuff like that, that is not what it says in the Bible. Like, there's even a part in the Bible, like, what was the other thing? People are like, oh, Christians can, like, always need to be non-violent. And it's like, yes. Like, from a certain standpoint, yes. You shouldn't be, like, going out and trying to cause harm. Because that's not what the Bible calls for. But they're like, yeah, well, Jesus was non-violent. Bro, Jesus walked into a temple, alright, spent about 40 minutes taking a piece of leather and turning it into a whip, a leather whip, as to which he then went into the temple, flipped over a bunch of tables that were, like, selling, if I remember correctly, I could be wrong on this, but, I think they were doing, it was either usury, which is lending money at interest rates, which Christians are not allowed to do. It actually is not allowed in the Bible. It says don't do that. I learned that recently, and I was like, dang, I didn't know that was, like, a thing in there.
Else is not allowed in the Bible. Adult. No cheating.
That too. It was, they were, like, money lending, and if I also remember correctly, I think they might have also been selling idols, which is like, wow, you're gonna do that in the house of God when Jesus walks in? When literally the Ten Commandments is like, you shall not have false idols, you know? Like, dang, bro, that's crazy that you're selling it. And then J-Man walks in, and, like, obviously he's upset because he's like, not, because, you know, the church is, like, I believe it is said in a way, like, not these exact words, because I can't remember the exact words, but basically how Jesus says it is like, dude, this is my Father's house. Like, I'm not gonna allow you to disrespect the Father by selling idols and, like, doing all these things that you're not supposed to be doing, and you know you're not supposed to be doing. You know, like, here in the church or wherever it was. It might have been a synagogue, I can't remember. But yeah, basically he's just like, hey, yo, don't be doing that. But he literally flips over tables, bro, and, like, cracks the whip at people, which I think is fucking crazy. I was like, damn, bro, like, that's insane. Like, learning about that stuff is also just really cool, because, like, it's a different side of a lot of the stories that you don't normally, like, see. But, like, people are always like, oh yeah, like, Jesus was not violent, and it's like, no, like, he was a peaceful man, but, like, when the time for action came, bro, like, he was there, but, like, he never, like, killed anybody, he never did anything in, like, a, like, an unjust way, you know? And, like, I'm sure there's, like, religious scholars and people that would do a far better job at explaining it than me. But yeah, like it's just crazy. Like I keep seeing, like actually right now on my phone, is a picture of Saint Michael, fighting Lucifer, and it just says, it says have no tolerance for evil and cast evil into hell. And then my other lock screen, because like you can have like two different like screen thingies, right? The other one says tolerance is not a Christian virtue, and I was like, dude, this is based. But
when you said false idol, it always reminds me of the fucking scene from Doom when the fucking Marauder comes through the portal. Like, you are nothing but a usurper, a false idol. My eyes have been opened. My shit.
sir.
This Doom is like one of the most fucking religious things I
Oh yeah, dude.
played.
What is more Christian than fighting demons? Casting the demons
I'm
back
not religious,
to hell.
but I respect the thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you to convert one day, brother.
Oh, yeah.
We go live. You're gonna go live in Russia and realize that a lot of the Russians are Orthodox Christians, and then you're gonna be like, shit, man, maybe this ain't such a bad thing, bro.
Oh, dude, did you see that fucking new church that they made?
Yes, dude. Oh my god,
Like that
bro.
military
It's
church?
crazy.
Was it? Military
I don't
church?
know.
It's like
Or
that
I might
new
have
church.
seen a different one then. I might have seen something different. But I do remember I
Holy
saw something that was crazy, bro. I was like, dang, son.
It's like that.
Now, I do keep seeing the video of Putin where that protester girl runs up without her shirt on and then pauses on Putin's face when he's got the like neuron activation. He was like, oh shit. He's like, hey yo, maybe this protesting thing ain't so bad after all.
She's Ukrainian. Ooh.
And I was like, alright, drop the nukes. Damn
I
it.
ain't religious, but I respect, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, you ain't religious until we start playing in the forest, and then you're like, the Bible. You dare question the words of the mighty... What is it, Timmy? Oh, the mighty Jimmy. You dare...
Big mighty Jimmy.
That's just the Bible. Oh shit! That says the Bible. I used to have a dude that I worked with, that his nickname was Meatball, because he just gave off meatball vibes. Oh
I
shit!
think it's Meatwad. I think the name was Meatwad.
I thought it was Meatball.
But yeah, he is a meatball, but I think it was a Meatwad. I think.
Alright, hold
Who
on,
knows?
hold on. Before I end the episode, I'm looking it up.
Gotta be Meatwad. Maybe. Who knows?
Ah, it is. It's Meatwad.
It's Meatwad, huh?
Meatwad is a dude? That's crazy.
Dude, honestly, I always
bro.
thought it was a girl too.
Me too! Me too! Shit, man, we learned something new on this episode of Mario Galaxy. Meatwad is a dude. That's crazy. Alright, well, I'm gonna end this episode here because we're already a little bit past on this one.
Good.